All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially live for another podcast episode for Staff Mark here in sunshiny Florida. I have another wonderful guest here with me today, so we will give people just a second to realize that we're live. Facebook should make an announcement, and then people can start hopping on, and we can see the ticker go up in the corner of how many folks are joining us live. If you're viewing this at a later date, that is okay. We are going to save the video and post it out to YouTube and Spotify as well. It will also be on LinkedIn and literally any other social media outlet you can think of that you view podcasts on. So, thank you guys for joining us for a Friday morning. We will be here with you just for a few minutes to go over some wonderful things that Chris is doing in our community here in Plant City, Florida, and the region as a whole. So, before I introduce him, if you've never seen my face before, my name is Hayley Franklin, and I am honored to be the market manager here in Florida for Staff Mark. We actually staff for the entire state, if you did not know that. So, if you know anyone that is looking for a new role or an employer that is looking to hire some really good help, then that is what we do. So, get with me and we will make that happen. Without further ado, I would love to introduce to you my amazing guest that I have here today, who has so graciously agreed to spend his Friday morning with us. We have Mr. Christopher Wellington here today, and he is the employment specialist and veterans advocate of the Vocation Depot. Chris, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Haley. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm
Very
so
excited.
excited. When Chris and I met up, first of all, we met at a career fair many moons ago, and we've kind of been in touch ever since, just because of the workforce development side the connections that we have on that side of things. We actually just met up again at a LinkedIn local event in Plant City here that we had at the office, and I'm like, you would be perfect for our podcast. So that is how this came about, and I'm so excited to have him. So let's jump just right into it and tell us a little bit about the Vocation Depot from your point of view and what exactly you and your team do for the region and the state of Florida, and just how long you've been in your role, things like that. Tell the people.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, hello, everybody. My name is Christopher Wellington. A Vocation Depot is a veteran-owned and operated nonprofit that works the state of Florida. So we have employment specialists in just about every major metropolitan area within the state. We work with the vocational rehabilitation, the state side, um, and their clientele in supporting them with employment services. So veterans and people with disabilities are primarily our demographic. So Vocation Depot's been around for almost 15 years.
That's
The
awesome.
owner, who is a veteran, uh, when he got out of the Army, uh, he didn't know what he wanted to do. And so he went to the VA, and then he found the state side vocational rehabilitation and started their program because you can use both the VA and the state
Yes.
for vocational assistance. And they determined that he'd be a great employment specialist. So he started doing that. And so he's a product of the state vocational rehabilitation program. And he decided to start his own nonprofit.
Isn't that
And
awesome?
it's a great story. He cares about these people that we're assisting and getting them employment. Of course, veterans, of course, because he's a veteran himself. I'm,
Yes.
I'm a veteran. And so this is important to us.
Yeah.
So in this role, I've been almost 2 years. However, Haley, we've known each other a little bit longer than that. So
Yeah.
I've been doing employment specialist for about 6 years total.
That's awesome.
So that's our little story.
I love it. I'm so glad we crossed paths. I truly think that every connection that we make in this type of role is a good one and can be used to help each other out. So I really think that's awesome. Let's jump into the next question. Tell us about your story and your journey to this point. So you mentioned you were a veteran. Tell the people a little bit about that story.
So I'm a retired Coast Guard. I spent 23 years doing that mission. It was amazing.
It is amazing.
I learned a lot, done a lot of things that I never thought I would be able to do. Um, Coast Guard's been so good to us and our family. Then I retired here in down at Sector St. Petersburg.
Yep.
So, and we decided to stay here in Florida because why wouldn't you? Uh,
Absolutely.
and so, yeah, and I just trying to figure out what I wanted to do um, after retirement, and just kind of decided, hey, I want to be with veterans, right? I want to do something for veterans to continue that service. And
Yes.
what better organization to do that with is with the veterans. And then, to be a part of this organization, the Vocation Depot, and then helping, people with disabilities, that's just a bonus.
It's
Yeah,
really rewarding. I mean,
absolutely.
I was telling a friend of mine that you were going to be my guest speaker today, and I'm like, to have his job and to feel the joy and happiness that really truly fills your cup every day because of the people that you come in contact with and help is like just untouchable. It's so amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
yeah, you're right. It does a lot for what I want to do the rest, my second half of life, right?
Yeah,
And so yeah, the mission's great. The employers is just amazing, and I think when we're able to assist somebody and they get hired for what they want to do, it just so great. It's a good feeling to see how they're feeling,
it is.
right?
It's a great
Yeah.
feeling. I agree. I think just the couple of people that I've come in contact with through you are so full of joy and
Mhm.
life and great people. So thank you for bringing them into my life. I
Of
appreciate it.
course, yeah. That's what we do, right? I
Yes.
I believe that veterans and people with disabilities, right? They need that support, and it doesn't have to come from one place.
Right.
There's so many places that are willing to support what their needs are, and so I believe sharing that and making sure they get as many opportunities for people to assist them
Yes.
um, is so important because the Tampa area is you know if you haven't found somebody, well, you need to
Yeah,
because they're
absolutely.
out there.
That's so true. The again, with the connections and the networking and the meeting new people is so important, especially in this area. So any way that we can help, we are so happy to do so. Let's talk about okay. So I know we've touched a little bit about this so far, just out of organic conversation, but what is your favorite part about your current role? I think I can guess, but tell me.
Well, everybody has their story,
Hmm.
right? And it's I I understand the veterans' stories, right? And we can sit down and we could tell war stories, and that's just amazing to me, just to have that connection. But the people with disabilities, they have a totally different story,
That's true.
and just the challenges and the barriers that they go through just a normal day. Not only, and then trying to find employment on top of that, it's very challenging.
Yeah.
So, just to meet with them and, you know, be a part of their journey and success, I mean, that's kind of pretty rewarding.
It
in my
is.
eyes.
It
Yeah.
is. I know me and you have talked about this on the side, but in my former life in Kentucky, a lot of folks probably watching are connections from Kentucky too. I worked for the state at the Kentucky Career Center, but my side of it was youth. So I worked with
Mhm.
16 to 24-year-olds from on the youth side that had barriers to employment. And so I can connect with you on that side of things, like that feeling that you get when you actually get a job seeker their next role and they've had that barrier for so long and they finally get one, you're like, oh, this is just the
Yeah.
best feeling ever. So that's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
So let's talk about an example of a really good success story that has happened through the Vocation Depot.
So just we've since we've been operating, we've placed over 6,000 people throughout the state.
That's amazing.
So, that's a big number for us, and it's all to the dedication of the employment specialist. Um, with our team, we got an amazing team. So, very grateful, and so we're happy to promote that. Last night, um, working with a young lady, she's 19 years old, severe um, depression, anxieties, right? Um, we actually had to not, how do I say, convince her uh, to go to this place of employment, and took a lot of coaching,
Yeah.
and she was, her what was going on with her was kind of taken over, but we got her to do that. We showed up to the place of employment, and they're like, "Yeah, come in tomorrow for an interview."
Ah,
So
nice.
So she had the interview yesterday.
Oh,
We went over some, interviewing tips and all that mock interviewing and everything like that to get her prepared.
amazing.
She crushed the interview, and so she starts next week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
Yes.
so very excited for her, and
That's amazing. Are you allowed to say the employer?
it was Mellow Mushroom.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh my
so
gosh, that's amazing. And she'll fit in and have fun and have
oh
people
yeah,
around her that'll help brighten her spirits. That'll be
yeah,
so good.
yeah. So very excited for her. So that's just one of many that we've had, and
That
yeah,
is
so
so awesome.
just to see their look on their face, it was a lot. It was very
It's worth
joyful.
it. It's very
Yes,
worth it. Oh my gosh. All the time and energy and effort that you put into it, you're like, this is what it's all about. That's amazing.
yes.
All right. So we talked about a success story, and truly, we're at the very last question of the day. We're doing great on time. We're about to wrap it up, everybody. I did just want to ask Christopher one last question. If he had anything that is happening, exciting within your organization right now that viewers might want to learn or take advantage of, or just a fun fact maybe that they may not know, what do you got for us?
So this the state vocational rehabilitation, i- that's a United States program, right? It's federally funded, and then the funds come down to the state. So no matter what state you're in, they're going to have some
Yes.
kind of vocational detail, right? So
Yes.
once you're found eligible, now this is for people with disabilities, veterans, they are eligible because most veterans, whether how long they served, it don't matter. Reservists, they're eligible
Yes.
if they have a doctor approved disability. Um, then they will be found eligible for the vocational rehabilitation program throughout the state.
Good to know.
Veterans can use the VA and the state, so they could double dip, right?
Okay.
So definitely, I recommend to all my veteran uh, brothers and sisters out there, to look at as another avenue to get either some educational funding
Yes.
or some support for with employment.
Yes, absolutely take advantage of those things that are out there, especially even if you don't. you're not necessarily sure. Ask questions. There's
Yeah.
something out there that's for you specifically.
Yeah, so that's very important to know. Reserves that don't fit the model of what a veteran is according to the VA because they haven't done their active duty time, 181 days, then they could still get resources through the state vocational rehabilitation
Oh,
program as well.
okay.
So that's important
Yeah.
for them to know that. Um, so yeah, just to get any kind of services, whether it might be emotional support, uh, you know, connection with the therapist, vocational support where they'll pay for skills training, college, and then also employment support. So that's where we connect with great companies like Staff Mart and meet amazing people like Hayley. So uh, that's what we do. That's our job. That's our role.
I love that, Chris. Thank you so much for being on here and just shining a light on how great of an organization the Vocation Depot is and what you guys do. It's awesome, truly. We don't have a ton of openings locally. For anybody that's watching, if you know of employers that are looking to hire, please get with me so I can reach out to them and connect and just let them know that we're here to help find the perfect candidates for them. And like I said, we staff for the whole state. So if you know of anybody, there are other Vocation Depot locations that we can help connect with in Orlando and Tampa and just all across the board. So keep that in mind. If you guys have any questions for me or Chris, throw them in the comment section. I'm going to keep an eye on this video for the next few days. And again, like I mentioned in the beginning, it will go on all platforms. So feel free to like, share, comment, and we will be back again next month. It'll be the final Friday. So it'll be June 26th at 11 a.m. Chris, do you have any more parting words before we get out of here?
Nope. Sorry about my background. This is my office. So
That's okay. Like I said before we started, my car is my office part time, and the office is the office part time. So I totally understand.
Haley, no, just so grateful that you're allowing me the opportunity to speak with you and your audience. And, I'm just so grateful also that, we were able to work together, to get, our clients and our participants, some gainful employment.
Yes.
And so that they can be successful, not only financially, but socially, right? That's
Oh,
important as well.
absolutely. Yeah. And
So,
if you ever want to bring anybody to brighten my day and go through some
oh, I
interviews,
will.
you just come and visit, okay?
Absolutely will. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. And Chris, I will see you soon. I'm so thankful that you came
Yes,
on
ma'am.
here with me today. Thank you guys so much. Happy Friday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe, and I'll see you next time.
Thank
Bye.
you.